Hi, in this video we'll have a look at setting up users and controlling what areas of the system they can access. So we do this by clicking up on the menu and we need to go into the system settings. Once again, if you don't have access to system settings, you need to contact the person who manages the system or who set up the system. If I click on system settings, I've got users and I've got user types. So rather than setting up the permissions against each individual user, we set up user types instead, and then when we add a person, we simply say what type of user they are. So let's have a look at user types. You can set up as many profiles as you like, so the person who set up the system, they always get this profile here, which is full access, and but we can add in other profiles, for example, employees, maybe a finance person, and maybe in a large implementation, you could have a special profile for a project manager. But in this example, let's just have a look at full access, click edit, and we can see that this person here has access to the system settings, and this is this menu option here. So it's got the name of the profile, and then you've got all of the features switched on and off. So just to run through these, that's your contact management. You can also enable companies, and that allows you to group contacts into companies. You've got the finance dashboard, you've got a diary. The diary is really powerful, so you can schedule reminders and stuff, and you can view them. You can also click up here and you can take information from this and integrate it into Microsoft Outlook or into the diary system on your iPhone or your Android phone. We have estimating, we have invoicing, we can track the payments as they come in against an invoice. We've got credit notes, that's where you could issue an invoice and maybe there's a disagreement about it, and then you could actually go in and issue a credit note instead to balance things off. You can then have cash sales. So traditionally people invoice something and then they get paid, but a cash sale is when those two transactions happen together. For example, if someone bought a painting in a gallery and they just paid for it there and then. You've also got your expenses. You've also got the option to have an expense approval process if you had multiple employees. You've got projects, sometimes this is called properties, and this is where you can log time and expenses against a project. And you can also have tasks, so you can have many individual tasks and you can allocate those tasks to individuals to complete, and once again they can record time and expenses against those tasks. You've got time recording, you've got a timesheet approval process. You've then got take orders. This is the e-commerce section. This is where you can set up your products. So you can do collections, deliveries, you can do online catalogs and so on. The key thing in here is that there's a flat fee for using all of these features. And we don't charge any commission on the e-commerce side, so yeah, which is really powerful and it's quite unique. The place orders, and by the way, the e-commerce side integrates into your Facebook page and also into your website very, very easily. The place orders, that's the consumer side of it. So when you embed it into your Facebook page and people click order now, they actually sign up for a Rhino account even though they don't realize it, and that controls all the security and stuff, and it allows them to place an order in your organization and allows them to go in and edit that order afterwards, etc. For the UK market, we've got Making Tax Digital for VAT, Making Tax Digital self-assessment, and then at the bottom we've got some advanced options. So you can enable the accounting. This is where you can configure your P&L and balance sheet and your chart of accounts. You can also set up the facility to record other income. This could be grants, it could be interest income in your bank account and so on. You've also got other costs. This could be payroll, where you've got different things like national insurance and so on. This is where you set up your financial years underneath the finance side, and then we've got quick reports. So in a lot of the videos you'll have seen at the bottom of the list of contacts, or the list of estimates, or the list of invoices, you'll see a little reporting icon, a quick reporting icon. You can enable or disable reporting for a type of user. So that's quite powerful. And then once again, you can deactivate this entire profile by simply clicking this off. Okay, so that's how you set up a profile. I guess the other two things to highlight is if once you've enabled or disabled these features, you can set the home screen. That's the screen that it will default to when you log into the app. Most people do it to the finance dashboard if you're using invoices or expenses, and depending on your finance or your finance year, you can actually set the starting month for that. Okay, so that's how you set up all of the permissions. That's how you enable and disable all the features for a particular type of user. And I'm just going to click cancel. I'm going to click back, and I'm going to look now at when I add a user to the system. Click add. I would select what type of user they are, and they'll automatically inherit all the permissions that are enabled or disabled for this particular type of user. So this is really powerful. Okay, so that concludes everything about setting up user types.